Let's get her going. So, thank you guys for being here, by the way. But I want to. I guess I'll just talk about the recent trades. So, what was it? Spy? That's probably the most interesting. Freaking spy calls, baby. We killed those. I mean, we absolutely killed those spy calls. And it was awesome, right? I mean, we literally got it at 5:13. And to be honest, guys, I wish I had it recorded on my phone, but I felt so bad because I had a text like ready to post to the trades, but I never sent it and I never even took any trade. I don't trade unless I tell you guys, unless it's like a super duper duper risky one that I'm trying out or starting, but I know it's not fully baked yet. I don't want to alert something that's not fully baked and ready to go for you guys to make money because I don't want you guys to jump into something that I don't believe is going to work out. So that's the only time I'll ever like enter a position actively without alerting it, but I do alert every single time I do take a real high quality position. Am I lagging right now or am I good? I feel like my computer is tweaking right now. Am I lagging for you guys? Oh my god.
Yeah, you're kind of lagging out.
Oh god. Yeah, my computer's freaking tweaking.
It's honestly good now, though. It was lagging a second, but now you're coming through clear.
Okay, cool.
So maybe it's
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just was charging my computer while doing this. So, okay, cool.
okay.
Should be good. Should be
Hey,
good.
Pat, I
Yeah.
got a question for you, bro, real quick. So when you spotted this, when you on Spy at like 5:13, because I'm looking at the chart right now. Did you look back to like, because in July, I guess maybe it's not July, but it looks like around May, it looks like it kind of took off there, ripped up, and then it came back down. Probably, I guess that would be like in August to 5:10, and then it absolutely just ripped up.
You're talking about
So it's
spot.
kind of like a double bottom there. But is that? I mean, am I correct on that? Because that's why I feel like we took that because it bounced off of 5:10. You know, like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right on that or not. But was that your analysis of why you took the trade?
You're talking about like months ago, like way back.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the yearly time frame.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from what I'm looking at, it looks like, I mean, Spy came down to like just below
Really, yeah.
5:10. And previously, when it hit that 5:10, dude, it rocketed to the moon. So I'm just wondering, is that why we took that trade or is there another reason?
Well, 510 was I don't know if you remember me putting it in the chat, but like I think you liked that message actually where I posted like 510 was just the trade and that message just shows like I wasn't fully confident in the 510 holding cuz Monday we were just dropping into it. I'm trying to find it. Here we
Yeah,
go.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I said
'cause
yeah.
you were kind of like, yeah, we'll see. And then
Shit.
it was just, yeah, dude, she really just took off.
I know. I want to reply to it right here. Here. So I just like posted in the discussion channel where you can like click that link technically to the message. So I said that the problem is we bounced at 480. We're selling back into it. That was on Monday, meaning there's no definitive floor until 480. Buying here is just a move based on faith at 510. So I wasn't fully confident in 510 just because we were selling into it. But that was the level to identify. So I can show you like why I identified that level. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I was super confident that 510 was going to hold. But when I saw that end of day buying, I was like, okay, this thing's going to fly. So
Yeah.
let me expand to the weekly. Man, I had coffee this morning and I feel like I have the jitters.
Dude, I've been trying not to drink as much coffee recently
I know.
just because I don't know, man. I love the taste of coffee, but it makes me all jittery. And
I know. It's kind of funny. It's a funny feeling, but it's just like I don't know, man. Caffeine's a drug. So
Yeah, criminals.
so I have two lines on my SPY here. But yeah, on the weekly time frame, it's hard to notice it on the monthly. I mean, you really just can't even notice it on the monthly at all, like except for that wick. So there was this wick right here in August of last year that punched down and made a huge bull hammer from 510. But that, that I could draw any line on anywhere and, pretend that's a good level. I mean, honestly, I looked at the weekly for this one and the daily. So I just kind of saw like this little box. I'll just draw boxes of price actions so that you guys can clearly see. It's like those two, like when it's uptrending like this on a weekly and then it decides to go sideways, and I could mark the same thing like here on this candle, here as well, and I could draw a zone there. So like just those I call them exciting candles because there's this old trader, I think his name's something Sidon. I learned about him from a buddy of mine back in like 2021, and he told me about this rule called exciting and boring candles. And so like when you're in an uptrend on a huge time frame, really on any time frame, but mostly on the huge ones always matter more, you'll see like a small little red hammer of some sort, like an indecision candle or a hammer of some sort on the way up between green price action. So if you see that kind of hammer, that's a great optimal point of entry. That guy discovered that, and my buddy Jason told me about that in 2021. And so ever since, I've just been kind of looking at that, and it works. I could show you a million examples of that. But like right there, this is a prime example of the side-in strategy, part of the exciting candle strategy that he uses. And it's exciting candle because, there's just like all these green ones that how do you differentiate between the green ones? Not really. So that's why this red one here is the exciting one, because in the future, if price drops into that, that'll be the optimal point of entry, most likely. So right here, you see that 3 weeks of drop on SPY, and then it pops. So that right there, that zone was at about like between 490 and like 500. So like right there, you can draw that, and boom, like SPY came down into that, and it just popped out of there. So it flew from that, but that's where I draw those indecisions right there. Those are kind of like two exciting candles near each other. And so that is one reason why I decided to, mark 510. And then over here, it gets like a bull hammer. It does like a pull up with its neck over the bar here on 510. And then it drops from 564 into 510 before it actually reverses and goes from 510, $100 to the upside, to 610 to 613. So those are like three reasons why you'd mark 510. I mean, three of the only reasons, in my opinion, why you'd mark 510. I have to charge my computer. If I don't charge this,
yeah, that's a cool way to look at it. I mean, with that exciting wick, what do you call it? The Poseidon? The Poseidon. Dude, that's a trip, man. That's pretty cool,
exciting
though.
Candle, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look for that.
Let me show you, dude. It's crazy. So, like, on Microsoft...
That's cool, man.
Yeah, let me show you, dude. Like, it literally happened on the SPY yearly as well. But, if you want to talk about, like, an exciting candle technically on Microsoft, like, this is on the yearly. And, like, this year, like, bounced off of the top of this price action over here on the yearly time frame. On, like, the monthly time frame, you can kind of see, like...
that's true.
Like, do you see?
There wasn't even like a wick on that one, so really, it's not like the wick is the most important part. It's really just like, there's a whole bunch of green candles, then there's one red one, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Exactly. So there, and look at this. So Microsoft had these three, like 1, 2, 3, these three green candles. Do you see these three green candles here?
Yeah, hold on, let me zoom in on my, because I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I see him. No, yeah, I see
these three. And then boom, right here there's two little red like indecision candles. That's the that's the decisive point. Like indecision, I always like to say indecision is the decision, because it's not a decision right now, but in the future it will be. That's going to be the decision making point. If the price chooses, quote unquote, decision, makes it a decision to the upside, and it comes back down into there nice and gently, obviously. Like, this technically bull flagged for multiple months on Microsoft before it hit those exciting candles, side and strat, and then it just decided to make a bunch of hammers there and a bunch of buying candles, and then it ripped from fucking 220 all the way to all-time high 468. And look where Microsoft is getting. So that's 1 point. Do you see that real quick before I move on to the next? Do you see those two red candles like in between the uptrend price action? And then that's where it goes. So if you're on a giant time frame, guys, look at that. Look at those exciting and boring candles.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Do those two candles match up exactly where the SPY chart does as well?
That was. Do you want? Okay, let me try that. February 2021, March 2021. So I could go to that on SPY, and let's just see if that's true. So February 2021 to March 21. Not exactly like on SPY. One was green and one was green, right? But both of them on Microsoft were red. So something more accurate, since it's Microsoft, could be QQQ, since it's the NASDAQ. So I just want to test that out. But yeah, like right here on the NASDAQ, they were both very similar to what Microsoft showed. Like, these candles are actually red because the Q.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Obviously, it's tech, so Microsoft is gonna. The Qs are gonna reflect that same price action a little more than S&P, because S&P is kind of a little bit more of like a mutt, whereas QQQ is very closely tied with tech. It is tech, so if you want to learn like what the broader market thinks about technology stocks, focus on QQQ. Yeah. Like, even on the Qs, you see how it kind of rounded out right here? But like where? Like within these two exciting candles.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that strat. It's huge. And like, if you want to look at Microsoft again, just because we were just talking about it, right here in this, pretty strong uptrend of 4 or 5 months, there was 3 months of, like a brick of price action that you could draw right there of those exciting candles, quote unquote. And it's literally just the area of like pullback where, and if you think about it logically, it makes so much sense why it would buy there and why this Sidon guy's thinking works. Just because like that's the area where the stock already spiked so much that, traders and investors are going to be like, all right, let me start to be careful here. Like, let me start to see, like, is this still a good buy? Let me take some profit here after this. And you see that the profit taking wasn't like a direct sell all the way back down here into the 220 or below. So it shows you that the price is actually right. Like, the buying was not bullshit. It actually like is holding its value. So it's like, yeah, we bought up this much, but did we sell back down all the way? No, which means that the price is strong. So investors recognize that the selling is a lot slower than the buying was so aggressive, and then they end up just ripping past that. Then next time the price comes back down there, they're going to be like, oh shit, I wish I bought more last time there. Let me do it again. And so right here at the bottom, with a low of 345 almost on Microsoft just this month in April 2025, right back into that exciting candle like area, the top of it. And that's when you really want to start paying attention. Is that kind of making sense?
Yeah, that looks good.
Sweet. Dope. Well, we're freaking killing it today. Tesla is at 255. I think it's going to be at 260 pretty soon. The price action looks pretty clean. It's looking buoyant. I would call it buoyant. So that's that. Nvidia also is on fire today. Amazing. It's up 3%. Freaking awesome.
Down for a second. Last I checked, it was like $95. I think.
Dude, I
I
know.
don't know who I was talking with in the chat, dude. We were waiting for it to hit like 90, and then we're gonna rip.
Oh, you were probably talking to Hamadi, Notorious Hamadi, or
Yeah,
Amiro.
I
Yeah,
remember he called it out, and I was like, yeah, I
yeah.
was like 90 looks
He's the
really
boy.
good.
Yeah, he's the boy. I mean,
I don't think it got down to 90 though, and I was kind of like,
yeah.
I stayed away from it.
It was below 90 this month, but you know,
really,
yeah,
I missed
it
it.
was. It
Missed
was.
it.
That was before the huge spy day where Izzy made $6,000.
Dude, that's such a like colossal gain. Oh
I know.
my god.
And then Nvidia
Wow.
pulled back there, and you just got to pay attention to the price action, man. Like, you know, you can have the price that you want it at technically, but like if the price action, like for example, here on the 21st of April, it clearly showed the buying, and that's when we got into Nvidia, SPY, Tesla, Apple, like fully. And you know, you can have your price that you want it at, but it's not always gonna get there. So you kind of have to pay attention. If it makes a bull hammer at, if it gets end of day buying at like 92 or 93, like are you gonna like not buy that because you want it at 90? Like no, I mean,
No, yeah, so you should buy that
Yeah.
because it's it's
'Cause it's
people
just-
are buying it at 92, and it's
Yeah.
clear that it's like it's ready to like they're stepping in at 92.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
95 right here was that. So that's why, you know, that gave me more conviction to do the SPY calls, because you guys know I don't really like to go super heavy on options, and I wasn't super heavy on it. But this showed buying, so that gave me more confidence to buy the SPY calls. It's because Nvidia was showing buying end of day. Tesla was showing a bullish candle in this clear demand zone of 220 to 225, and it literally bought it at 220 before it went up all the way from 220 to 480. So like that was like, you're gonna have to buy that again. I can't believe Tesla is not up there even still. So I'm thinking of remaining long and even buying more at this area to 256, like 250 to 260. Because I don't think the market's bear. I think we honestly have a bottom. And I'm not trying to be one of those guys that calls the bottom, but like I'm not seeing any reason that we should sell. You know, I mean, Trump, if you want to talk about news, for the last few weeks, yeah, Trump was like very volatile and crazy, but now he's starting to get like a little bit more definitive. Like he made it clear just, I think, yesterday or the day before, that he's not firing Jerome Powell, which is huge for the stock market, because if you fired Jerome Powell, like the stock market would be like, you know, like mommy and daddy divorced. You know, like we would not know what to do with ourselves for like a little bit.
People would probably sell off. Everyone would have panicked.
Yeah, people would panic. So that's great. Powell wants to keep rates. Powell wants to keep rates up because he thinks it's good for the long-term economy. Trump wants to lower rates. So that, I think, I'm not sure where that stands. I'd have to read the news a little bit more on where they're standing with that. But overall, I mean, I think that the market is at a bottom, and I love it. If you're buying it now, you're obviously not going to get a return that, you know, you would get if you bought like last week. But you know, I think long term that's still going to be a good decision to buy. And I think Trump knows what he's doing ultimately. Like he's causing this wrath, but what does that mean? Does that mean that do you guys really think that Trump is just like going to keep the market down here? Like no. He causes these dips and then they rip. I mean, if anything, you guys should be applauding Trump for fucking dropping the stock market like 20% in like a month or two, in 2 months. You know, I've been so happy that he's been keeping it at 520. That 510, 520 level is a blessing. And you know,
me too. That
now,
was sweet.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. We're getting bullish movement. You know, people are going to bitch about it in the beginning. Change hurts. It's growing pains. But like the market going through this is healthy. In my opinion. So I think Trump's reign in office is gonna, it could create new all-time highs for the SPY. But you know, we have so many opportunities, guys, at our hands. Like, you guys have no idea. There's so many opportunities. It's insane.
We've capitalized on a lot of big ones, though, dude. Like, for this year, I mean, we haven't missed a lot of them. Like, when the market tanked, when he was all talking about the tariffs and whatnot,
yeah.
we wrote calls on that. That was when we were ripping, like, I think he called out, like, Tesla calls. And then I got a Boeing call, too, because it was under 150.
Yeah.
Whenever Boeing's under 150, I'm, like, juiced up. I'm like, right on. Like, we gotta look to buy something here.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Boeing's going to rip, too. That's a ripper. Like, look at the monthly.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
The monthly's
I've been watching Boeing, dude. I'm just like, I've been wanting it to come down to 150 again, but I think, what's the price at today? It's at 173. Wow. Last I looked at it was at 160.
On the yearly time frame, Boeing looks clear for takeoff.
Yeah.
Over the next, like, 5 years, dude, I think this will be green.
Totally.
Like 5
dude,
to 10
I should have
years.
bought more stock in Boeing. Get on down at 150. I just bought a call.
I like Boeing for the long term. You guys got to understand, like, we're alive right now, and, like, we're not, like, far in the future. You know, like, 200 years from now, like 500 years from now, like, shit is gonna be so different in the world. I know that's not really worth thinking about, but my point is that we're so, like, early to humanity. Like, the 1950s was, like, technically not that long ago. It wasn't even over 100 years ago, and, like, it was such a different way of life. Like, there was nothing was defined. I mean, you know, not all people had, like, rights. You know what I mean? Like, how early are we to humanity? Like, not everybody had rights. So technically speaking, like, you guys are really early to the stock market still, even though it has ripped really hard. We're still pretty early.
Bro, since we're talking about Boeing, crazy thought to think about. The plane was invented in 1903. Like,
yeah. Like, the airplane was invented in 1903. So they're like, what the hell? We're so early.
Super-sized jets that fly across the world.
Dude, these companies, man, are going to keep going up, and they're going to keep stock splitting. They're going to keep stock splitting. Like, they're always going to do that. It's like long term, like, generational wealth, in my opinion, is still very possible because of how just goddamn early we are. Like, we're just not that far into humanity, you know? So if you think about it from that perspective, then, you know, long term is still a very good play.
Hey, Pat, I got to head out. Is there any chance this is going to be recorded and posted somewhere?
Yeah, I recorded this.
Okay, awesome. I'll watch whatever else you got going
Perfect.
later tonight. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course, man. Yeah, have a good day. Good luck at work, man.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Yeah,
Yo,
so
Pat,
what's up, man?
Is there anything else you want to talk about, or are you just doing, like, because I'm trying to, let me look at the market here. There's not a lot really going on. What I've noticed is that you wait till the end of the day to see, like, if you're going to place trades and whatnot.
Yeah,
Which, because, I don't know, I placed a couple of trades, I think, a while ago, and I placed them in the middle of the day, and it kind of cooked me. So I was like, you know what, I've been waiting to place trades at the end of the day like you've been doing, so it's a lot better.
Yeah, how's it been working for you?
Dude, I mean, it's been cool, man. Like, it's been really, I mean, it's, I'm just at a very different place from, you know, how I used to trade and how I used to buy contracts and whatnot and how I go about it. My biggest thing is just patience, dude. I mean, the biggest thing for me is, like, just be patient. Like, you know, because once I get on a roll, you know, I'm like, okay, you know, I start taking a lot of trades. And, you know, it's, like, not worth taking a trade if it's not going to be good, you know? So I've just been focusing on just being super patient, just trying to, you know, because now I'm like, okay, I'm making the money, but now it's like, you got to keep it, you know? So I don't know. That's just that's where I'm at right now. I'm just being patient, just waiting for the next like clear move to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable with taking this.
And that's exactly it, man. Like right now, I don't think there's really anything like new to do as far as like brand new, super crazy aggressive position yet. I'm thinking just it looks bullish. So after it moves, and I've already trimmed. Like yesterday, I trimmed a lot of my positions at the open, and it's just been. I'm just letting my stuff ride, man. Like I'm just letting my small positions just ride. So because we just cooked this week, so I mean I don't see it being bearish. So I'm not, but I also don't have like a good enough price to like really go balls to the walls on a trade. So I'm just literally like keeping stuff light until a really big aggressive trade happens. I mean, we literally just got Tesla right down here at under 230, like 225, 226, and now it's at 255 after earnings.
That's insane, bro.
Like,
even like
great.
Okay, so sorry to like cut you off here, but I meant to bring this up earlier. Dude, I've been hearing like some bad news floating around with Tesla and whatnot, but the market doesn't seem to care about that whatsoever.
News does not matter that much. It just depends on what kind of news. Because in my opinion, news just comes out to help the stock do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just helping it do what it was gonna do anyway. But I think Elon, there's that's so funny. I was literally about to say this. I think Elon's not going anywhere. It says it right here. Musk has more work to do at DOGE. Like there's just so much going on, man. And
you think he's not gonna step down from DOGE?
I don't
to
know.
Focus on Tesla.
That would be bullish, but it doesn't really matter. Like it's right now. It's just reinforcing that he's at a high level and he's a high performing individual in the world. And so people want to be a part of that. People want to buy that. I mean, if you literally think about it, dude, if it was anybody else besides Musk running Tesla, this thing would not be doing the same price action that it does. He's basically like a Donald Trump. He's like a crazy guy, man. He's like a crazy guy. I mean, not in the bad way, but he's just so radical and extreme. And,
totally. Totally.
Crazy.
They definitely got. I mean, they're homies too, man. I mean, they get
people,
along.
right? I mean, you've literally got,
along,
dude. That's like literally like putting just Messi and Ronaldo on one team together.
Yeah, for
or like
real.
James and Jordan.
Dream team, dog.
Yeah, like James and Jordan, dude. Like it's just if they were on a team together, man, it would be crazy. So that's what's going on right now. People want to be around that, even though they hate it. And there's no such thing as bad publicity. So if you hear bad news about something, like depending on the news, obviously, but if you're hearing just like shit talk, like that's not news. That's just good. That's good. You gotta see. I gotta see news that's like absolutely awful for the company.
Yeah.
Like to really be convinced like that. But I don't know how to be convinced that Tesla's not going to be a profitable trade. Like it's just so.
Yeah.
I wait for it because I've lost a lot of money on Tesla before. That's just because I've miscalculated my trade entries. But like now, I don't touch this thing unless I am very, very, very confident. This thing and I are like fused together.
No, totally. Yeah, you've been preaching Tesla since like Tesla was like from like the beginning.
Yeah.
I remember we were like you're preaching Tesla when remember the days when Rivian was like hot? Like I remember those days, and Rivian really hasn't done much. I don't think. I see their cars around; they look slick, but I don't know. Their stock just has. I mean, dude, compared to Tesla, and that's probably why, because they're their CEO.
They don't have. Yeah, you don't have Musk, man. If you ain't got no Musk,
exactly.
No Musk, no.
If
you don't have Musk, you don't have nothing, dude. So.
Hey, I wanted to bring something up too, man, because I placed a call on UNH and I sold it this morning. I sold it for a lot. I've been holding it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It was doing well, and then it did this 2 days in a row. Like it it was open green, like pretty, like a couple dollars above, like $5 or whatever. And I was like, okay, awesome, like that's super good. But then towards the end of the day, it would just sell off hard, and I was like, ah, damn, like we'll see if it'll try and do it again. And then today it opened, and I was just like, I'm just gonna take, I mean, I took a loss on the trade, but it wasn't, it's not like, I guess I'm saying it's not, I was looking at pretty red numbers, and I was like, oh, well, it opened green. I'm just
it was a good,
do what it does and just take it. Because the second day after it sold off, 'cause, I mean, that's what it comes back to, like, price action, right?
Yeah.
Like, towards the end of the day, I'm like, okay, obviously it can't sustain this higher price. People are not thinking it's going to go higher. So then when the market goes, I was like, when I wake up today, I'm just going to sell it and just get out of the way. And I'm glad I did, because honestly, it's like it's sold off pretty hard today.
Yeah.
Right from the open too, because it would open high and then it would kind of rip up, and then towards the end of the day it's up. But today, but that's coming back to what you said, the price action on it, because I mean it's definitely in a spot where it's probably good to go. I mean,
it's a good buy. It is a good buy in my opinion, just because it's at this multi-year zone. But it's the way that it's sold. This is just the way that it's sold off. I mean, look at this wick. It was at 606, and now it's just been shot in the face.
Yeah,
and it's just being
and that's today
shot down.
And I'm glad I recognized that too, bro. Because as soon as the open happened, I was like, yep, I'm selling it. Like I was like, I don't even know. It was like $40 or something on it, like from where it was, from where it closed, and I was like, whatever. I was like, just get out of the way. Like, this is gonna.
Yeah, these daily candles are not like looking. Like yesterday's daily candle is not like one to swing options on, let alone like anything aggressive. And I know like shares are not feasible for many people because it's $400 but like this is something that just reversed yesterday and on the daily, and just that's red today. So it's just not looking good, and it's all coming from that earnings report and the monthly.
Yeah,
it's not like
people aren't ready to buy in yet.
It's not ready yet. Yeah, and like this is something, just what I was saying earlier, right? This versus like Tesla as far as news in the air and the smell, the general smell and the story. Like they have a good CEO over there, always a positive outlook, always good like feeling on the chart. And then on this chart, like the CEO just got like assassinated last year.
Oh my God, that's right. That is that company.
This is that company.
Luigi assassinated that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Luigi got him.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah. And like now it's just like, what the hell? Like people are raising questions on the chart, and that's why you're not seeing like a snapback. Like you're not seeing like a really aggressive snapback, because there's not exactly good news floating around this company. Like, yeah, it's profitable and all, but like their way of doing things is it's just not ready fully yet, and that's just, there's just nothing to do yet on it. I think it's going to be good in the next few months, but I don't know.
Definitely a waiting game. I think I'm just gonna. I tried. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. It looked like it was close to me, but it's just selling off at the end of the day, like fell off hard. I was like, okay, time to get out of the way here, because it's not good. And that's what happens. Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, and that's okay.
What? Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Pat?
Honestly, man, not really. I just wanted to come in here and say what's up, and just look at some stocks. So I don't really have much else, but I'm just gonna wait till end of day, man, and I kind of just wanted to go over our recent success in the group.
Yeah, totally, man. That was awesome. Like, really been. I mean, just so much volatility in this market. It's been freaking awesome, because I really kind of F'd myself too in the beginning of the year, because I remember you were waiting, like you were like, not seeing much, and I was I was just kind of trying to force it. Just wasn't being patient, man. I really paid for that. So
Yeah.
now I'm like, okay, gotta be patient and just wait. And it's been working out. I mean, since we had that one, I don't even know when that was. That was in like January when I talked to
Yeah.
you last. When I swung that bi-call or something, and then I sold it super quick. And I just was like, dude, I left so much on the table. And that's when we had that talk where I wrote all that stuff down.
Yeah.
About what to do next time. And then here we go, dude. I mean, I sniped Boeing all on my own. And that was a huge one. I was like a 32%er. And then you called out Tesla that one morning. And that was another massive one. And then we just had this spy call at 510. Dude, that call at 510 is insane. Like, I know it was risky because like literally we bought into it when it was pretty much like, you know, on the way down. Like, it was an absolute snipe. Like, that was sweet.
Thanks.
It was kind of risky, totally, you know, like for what you said. Because it really was just kind of on its way down. It's like, hey, yeah, like it might take off at this level, or you know, it might not, but it did. I'm glad we were a part of it, dude. Like,
yeah, we were a part of it, man. We were a part of it.
Yeah, we've been a part of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I literally am so happy that I swung spy calls on April 8th, and then fucking on the 9th, it literally had its biggest green day like of all time.
Yeah,
and
dude, like. Picture perfect, man.
And I was able to, if I was able to make Izzy $6,700 in 20 minutes, like I can die now. Like I can finally sleep.
Yeah, no, that's some top tier. That's some top tier stuff.
I'm so proud of him. Yeah, he's great.
Dude, yeah, it'd be cool. That guy seems awesome. You know?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's come a long way. If you want to talk about somebody that's come a long way, like I remember when he joined Meisztro like way back a few years ago, and like
how long ago? Like a couple years ago.
He joined in like I think it was like 2022.
Okay.
And like you know, he started out just like so loud, and that was back when we had like live trading all the time because we were just trading like throughout. Like I was like alerting day trades and stuff like left and right too, but now it's just now I'm just doing like calmer trading. So my style's evolved. He's evolved through that, and you know, he's quieter now. Like he just sticks to his own, and like he'll pay attention to the alerts, but like he's kind of like wallflowery now, whereas in the beginning of his career, like this guy was just guns blazing, like always like talking, and like honestly love him, but like saying just like the most inaccurate information about the market like at the time, and being so confident about it too, which is great. But like, you know, he's learned a lot and he's come a long way, and I'm very proud of him. So, and you too, dude. Like you've come a long way in a similar way to him. Like it's just how traders go.
Thanks, bro. I really think I'm like finally like, you know, getting it. I feel like now I've like, you know, I've made like a turning point. You know, I've rounded another corner here. Once, you know, I'm not on that level of like $6,000 in a day or nothing, but like, dude, I mean, that spy call out, that was the highest percentage I've ever taken on a trade.
How much percent was it?
That was like 41%.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Like I was like, hell yeah. It was super dope. So I was like, okay, cool. Because I remember you were like, yeah, dude, I mean, we'll see how it looks in the day. Because I asked you, I'm like, dude, should we swing till like tomorrow? Because I was like, it's looking good.
Yeah.
And my position was up so high. And I was like, dude, like normally I would just take this, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
It's growing
and then
pains.
Towards the end of the day, it's kind of, I don't know, dude. I was like, you know what? Like, just take it. Like, you know, it'll be the highest trade ever. Like, there'll be more to where you can swing. When, you know, when I'm like well into the green and I could, you know, I'll be okay with like, you know, if something did happen, I'd be totally fine with it. Then I was like, yeah, then we'll take that risk. And that was just the decision that I made. But dude, I was so pumped that it worked out for you. Like, I was like, hell yeah.
Thanks, man. Like, this is, you know, you've been in it for years, man. Like, you've stuck to it, and you're reaping the benefits of sticking to it. And that's beautiful. Like, you're
totally, bro. Yeah,
awesome.
all my friends and people, you know, they don't they don't get it, but that's the thing is, I'm like, dude, like, I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah.
I put my time into it. I know I'm gonna make it work. So, anyways, bro, I'm gonna run off to the gym. So, thanks for the lesson, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And I'll catch up with you another time, man.
All right, man. Good luck. I'm proud of you, dude. Hit the gym, and yeah, catch you later, man. I'll let you know about the
Yeah.
alerts in chat.
All right, sounds cool, bro. I'll be. Yeah,